Most people think starting a company in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is complicated, offshore, and only for experts with legal teams. And because of that belief, they never even try. But here's the truth no one tells you. The process is actually structured, predictable, and once you understand the steps, you can legally register a company much faster than you think. But here's the real problem. Most delays don't happen because the system is difficult. They happen because people choose the wrong structure or miss small legal details at the beginning. So in this video, you are going to learn the complete step-by-step process to start a company in St. Vincent and the Grenadines in 2026. And stay with me, because in a few minutes, I'll show you the one mistake that causes most applications to get delayed or rejected without the applicant even realizing it. Now, let's start from the very beginning. Before you register anything, you need to understand the business structures available in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This is where most beginners get confused, and that confusion leads to wrong decisions that affect taxes, compliance, and even banking approval later. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the most common structures are local companies, international business companies, often called IBCs, and limited liability companies, commonly referred to as LCS. Each one serves a different purpose. Now let's simplify this in real terms. If someone like John in Kingstown wants to open a small local shop or service business that operates inside the country, a local company structure might make sense. It is straightforward, and it is designed for domestic activity. But now imagine someone like Alex, who wants to build an online consulting business serving clients in Europe, the US, or multiple countries. In that case, an international business company, or LLC structure, is usually preferred because it offers flexibility, and often more favorable tax treatment depending on operations. Now here's where it gets interesting. In a minute, I'll explain how choosing the wrong structure can quietly block your ability to open a business bank account, even if your company is legally registered. Now, let's move to the first official step. Wow. Step 1 is choosing and reserving your company name. This step is handled by the Registry of Companies, or the relevant financial services authority, depending on your company type. Your company name must be unique and not conflict with any existing registered business. So you begin with a name search. You submit your proposed company name, and the registry checks availability. If the name is approved, it is reserved for you for a specific time period while you complete the incorporation process. Now, here's a mistake many beginners make. They pick names based on personal preference without thinking about branding or international appeal. For example, someone might choose a very local-sounding name that works inside St. Vincent, but looks unprofessional to foreign clients. And here's a retention moment for you. In a few minutes, I'll show you how your company name can influence trust when dealing with international banks and payment processors. Now, once your name is reserved, you move to the incorporation stage. This is where your business becomes a legal entity. To incorporate a company in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you need to prepare legal documents. These usually include articles of incorporation, or memorandum, and articles of association, details of directors, shareholders, registered agent information, and your registered office address. Let's break this down simply. Your articles define how your company operates, what it can do, and how decisions are made. Your directors are the people managing the company. In many small setups, this is just the business owner. Your shareholders are the owners of the company. If you own everything, you are the sole shareholder. Your registered office is the official legal address in St. Vincent and the Grenadines where government notices are sent. Now here's where most people get stuck. They overthink documentation. They assume everything needs complex legal drafting. But in reality, standard formats exist, especially for IBCs and LCEs, and most of the work is about filling accurate details, not creating documents from scratch. But here's the catch. Even small errors like mismatched names or missing passport details can delay approval significantly. And this is where many applications quietly fail. Not because they are rejected permanently, but because they get sent back for correction, adding days or even weeks of delay. Now, let's move forward. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, company formation usually requires a registered agent. This is a licensed professional or service provider who acts as an intermediary between you and the government. Now this is important. You cannot usually complete offshore or international company formation without a registered agent. They handle submission of documents, compliance checks, and communication with the registry. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Many beginners try to cut costs by choosing the cheapest agent they find online. But poor quality service providers can slow down the entire process or submit incomplete applications. So this decision matters more than people realize. Now, once your documents are prepared and your registered agent submits your application, the registry reviews everything. If everything is correct, your company is approved, and you receive your certificate of incorporation. This is the official document that confirms your company legally exists in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now, pause here for a second, because this is important. At this stage, many people think they are ready to operate immediately. But they are missing critical post-registration steps that affect banking, compliance, and business operations. And in a moment, I'll show you what happens if you try to open a bank account without completing proper compliance steps first. Now let's talk about taxation, because this is where St. Vincent and the Grenadines is different from many countries. Depending on the structure of your company, especially if it is an international business company, there may be no local corporate tax on foreign income. This is one of the reasons entrepreneurs choose this jurisdiction. But here's the important part. Even if there is tax advantage, you still need proper compliance and reporting depending on your business activities and where your clients are located. And if you operate in multiple countries, you may still have tax obligations in those countries. So you cannot assume zero responsibility just because you register offshore. Now here's a curiosity loop. In a few minutes, I'll show you how tax residency rules can affect your business even if your company is legally registered in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now let's move to banking. Opening a business bank account is one of the most important steps after incorporation. Banks will require your incorporation certificate, shareholder details, passport identification, proof of address, and sometimes a basic explanation of your business model. Now, here's the problem. Many people get their company registered and then struggle with banking because their documents are incomplete or their business activity is unclear. Banks are very strict about compliance, especially for international structures. Now here's a real-world example. Imagine Alex opens an online consulting company in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. If Alex cannot clearly explain where clients come from, how money flows, and what services are provided, the bank may delay or reject the account application. So clarity matters more than complexity. Now let's talk about licensing. Most international business companies in St. Vincent and the Grenadines do not require heavy operational licensing, unless they are involved in regulated industries like finance, insurance, or investment services. But, if your business interacts with regulated sectors, additional approvals may be required from financial authorities. So it is important to understand your business category clearly before starting. Now here's where things become long-term. After incorporation, your company must maintain compliance. This includes annual renewals, maintaining registered agent services, and updating any changes in company structure. If you ignore compliance, your company can be struck off the registry, and restoring it later can be expensive and time-consuming. So consistency is key. Now let's talk about timeline and cost. Company formation in St. Vincent and the Grenadines can be relatively fast if all documents are correct and submitted properly. In many cases, incorporation can be completed in a short period, especially for standard structures like IBCs or LLCs. Costs vary depending on whether you use professional services, registered agents, or additional compliance support. But here's the key insight most people miss. The biggest factor affecting speed is not the government process. It is document accuracy and preparation quality. Now, let's cover common mistakes. One major mistake is choosing the wrong structure without thinking about banking requirements. Another is submitting incomplete documents that cause delays. Another is ignoring compliance obligations after incorporation. And another big one is assuming offshore companies have zero responsibilities anywhere in the world. And here is the mistake I promised earlier. Many entrepreneurs successfully incorporate their company, but fail at the banking stage because they did not prepare a clear business explanation and compliance documentation. Even a legally registered company can struggle if the bank cannot understand its operations. So registration is only step 1. Clarity and compliance are what make your business functional. Now let's bring everything together. To start a company in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you begin by choosing the right structure. Then you reserve your company name. After that, you prepare incorporation documents and work with a registered agent. The application is submitted to the registry, and once approved, you receive your certificate of incorporation. Then you prepare for banking by organizing documents and explaining your business model clearly. Finally, you maintain compliance through renewals and proper record keeping. That is the full legal roadmap. 8. And here is the most important takeaway. Starting a company is not just about registration. It is about building a structure that works internationally, supports banking, and remains compliant long-term. If you understand the process early, you avoid delays, banking issues, and legal complications later. And now you have a complete step-by-step guide to starting a company in St. Vincent and the Grenadines in 2026 with clarity and confidence. If you found this useful, like the video, leave a comment with the type of business you want to build, and subscribe because in the next guide, I'll show you how to get your first international clients even if you are starting from zero.